Have you ever bought something new, a car, a phone, or even a piece of clothing, and suddenly it feels like everyone around you has the same thing? It's not that everyone else went out and bought the exact same thing at the same time. What's really happening is your mind has opened up to a new perception. Before that purchase, you never noticed these items around you. Now they're everywhere. This is how your brain works. It's constantly filtering out an overwhelming amount of information to keep you focused on what's deemed important for survival. But once you start focusing on something new, your brain starts noticing it everywhere. This principle is called perceptual tuning, a concept that can change the way you think about money. Just like that car, your view of wealth can be distorted, based on what you've been taught, or the paths you've been trained to focus on. Most people's money mindset is set to a frequency that's limiting their view of potential wealth-building opportunities. To change your financial reality, you must shift your mental frequency. Change how you see the world of money, and the solutions will become more obvious. The time for money trap. Let's talk about the cycle of hourly trade, where you're taught to equate your financial worth with your hours. Picture this. You work at a fast food joint, or as a store clerk, or in a service role where you're paid for the hours you're there. Every paycheck represents a direct exchange between your time and money. The more hours you work, the more money you make, but this can be a trap. It's the illusion of progress, thinking that more time means more wealth. The reality? Your income is capped by the time you can work, and your potential for wealth is tethered to how much time you have to give. Imagine working 40 hours a week at $12 per hour. That's $480 a week. But your potential for growth doesn't come from working harder or more hours. It's tied to the system you're part of. You're stuck in a loop, chasing more shifts but never breaking free from the limitations of hourly work. This cycle is what keeps most people stuck, constantly searching for more hours or a better job, but never seeing the bigger picture. The professional routine. Then there's the specialized career path, where you focus on building your expertise to command a salary rather than hourly wages. This is the mindset of those who get educated, take on specialized roles, and start earning more money per year, not per hour. Think of a doctor or a lawyer. These professionals spend years in school to acquire knowledge and credentials, which then open the doors to higher paying, more prestigious jobs. But here's the catch. The professional routine locks you into your career. Once you've built up those credentials, you become invested in the grind. You might even think the only way to increase your wealth is by climbing the corporate ladder, getting that next promotion, or switching jobs for a higher salary. But this path, while more lucrative than the hourly cycle, still doesn't offer the freedom or exponential wealth-building opportunities that true financial independence can provide. It often leads to a plateau. After all, a career is still someone else's business. Your value is still tied to the company or institution you work for. Imagine a lawyer who reaches their 50s, making a hefty six-figure salary. They're doing well, but the effort required to stay at that level becomes more exhausting each year, and the idea of scaling wealth becomes distant. More salary means more responsibility. But where's the true freedom? 3. The wealth creation blueprint. The third approach is what we call the wealth creation mindset, where money isn't tied to time or salary, but to the value you can generate. People who embrace this mindset look at wealth as the result of creating something that has high perceived value. They're entrepreneurs, creators, and innovators who see opportunities to build businesses or services that serve a massive market. Take the example of an online course creator or an inventor. Once you've created a valuable product, you don't need to sell it for hours. The money you earn comes from the value of the product itself, and as demand grows, so does your income. The key difference is this: value is scalable, unlike time. Consider someone who creates a revolutionary app that helps people streamline their daily tasks. They put in the initial effort, but once the app is built, they can scale it without increasing their own personal time. It's a product that people are willing to pay for, and each sale brings in more profit without extra time commitments from the creator. This mindset is where the true magic happens. Your income is no longer limited by how many hours you can work or how high you can climb on someone else's ladder. Instead, it's tied to the value you bring to the marketplace. Whether it's a product, a service, or a piece of intellectual property, this mindset allows you to tap into unlimited growth. The Money Mindset Challenge. Now, let's take a step back and ask, how would you earn an extra $25,000 in the next year? Here's how each mindset might approach this challenge. The time for money trap. I need to find another part-time job that pays better or ask for more shifts. The professional routine. I should get a new certification or seek a promotion to get a higher salary. The wealth creation blueprint. I need to find a product or service that solves a problem and can be scaled to reach more customers. Can you see the difference? Those trapped in the first two mindsets focus on exchanging more of their time for money. But the person with the wealth creation mindset is focused on scaling a solution, finding a way to leverage value, not time. Conclusion. Changing your mental frequency is the key to unlocking financial freedom. The world isn't limited to just earning hourly wages or climbing the corporate ladder. It's about identifying opportunities to create something that holds value in the market and building wealth based on that value, not your hours worked. Shakiya. Shift is subtle, but once you make it, everything changes. Opportunities that were invisible before will suddenly become clear. The path to true wealth isn't about working harder or longer. It's about shifting your perception to see the vast potential around you. So, take a step back and ask yourself, how can you create value that scales? That's where real wealth starts. By altering the way you approach money and wealth, you can unlock new paths, ones that go beyond time and salary and lead straight to financial independence. It's all about perception. What's your mindset?